So I know you also are you're also doing like a lot of camps and stuff like that. Is that something you want to get more into in the future? Maybe doing some instruction at camp or instruction at the conference you said?
Well, so as far as the Church of God out of Cleveland, Tennessee, we do their we've been doing their youth, like different youth events. So we do this thing called Kid Fest, and it's a tour from so we go to Texas, Weatherford, Texas, and then we go to Ohio and then Gatlinburg. And we did that for the last 2 years, and then Winterfest. And so Winterfest is one of the largest youth rallies um, in the country right now that they do. And we did two last year, and we're leaving next Thursday for Winterfest in Indiana. And doing those led up to people saying, "Hey, could you come to our youth camp?" So we're getting ready to do South Carolina, all of South Carolina's middle school camps during the summer, and then some of the Ohio camps that they do. So they do an elementary school camp um, for the Church of God for all their kids. So we're going to be doing those this year. We just found out, and um, I enjoy the kids a lot. I want them to know that if you have a talent, God will use it if you let him, and that's our big thing. Because there's a lot of little kids that can draw and paint, and some people have told them that's good, but what good is that going to do you? My daughter had a career day, and she said, "My daddy's an artist," and the teacher said, "But what does he do for money?" so so I didn't know how to respond, but we just anything that opens like that, I want to go. And if we can help one kid or somebody that was in my spot that the world looked like, and the world looked at them like, what will you do? You can't do anything. But maybe they can paint, maybe they can draw, maybe they can play piano. Um, you know, so whatever we can do, whatever opens up, we want to do it. So
Yeah, if you don't mind, kind of expound on that. Say if there might be somebody that watches this later down the road and say, well, hey, I've been made fun of when I was littler, or I've got this talent that I'm really not using because I don't want to show it to the world. What would you say to somebody like that in that situation?
well, I would tell them that you have this talent, and you know god give you this talent. Why are you hiding it? um for a long time, art was a voice, music became a voice, and even now, I ended up going to art school later on, and I just kept working at it and working at it, and I guess you would say honing my craft. um And so you never know what you can do with your talent if you just sit on it. And God, could be using your talent to reach people that I can't, or your pastor can't, or your youth pastor. And so if you've got a talent, you don't have it just to hide it. So that's what I would tell them.
Yeah. Well, it's like the parable of the talents. You have the three men and one hit it, one compounded on it. Like I'm grateful that my church, um, they have the junior teen talent they do every year now. So I'm grateful there's that now that I can see some of these kids that I do our kids ministry. I'm also Church
Yeah.
of God, which is weird and funny. That's two guests in a row we've had where it's been we've they've both been Church of God.
Huh.
I'm a
Sorry,
Um,
Doc.
judge. I'm a judge for the teen talent art side
oh
for
neat,
the yeah, yeah.
oh neat. But it's kind of neat. We had one of our kids. I think they sang or something like that, or I can't remember exactly because I didn't get to go. Um, but like they got first place and they were so excited. I'm like, oh, now I get to see what you're gonna do in the future. Um, also, like I was very grateful in high school. We had to do. I would call it a talent show. It was more of like, hey, let's hone these kids. Let's give them something to see what they can do career wise.
Yeah.
My school did that, so I was very grateful that now there are churches now that are seeing that, and they're trying to hone these kids and these teens, and now we're also trying to implement because we do have a couple kids that are at our church that either are special needs or they're out like they need a little extra help. So it's nice to see now that churches are taking a step or some effort trying to hone those kids as well because they're just as much part of the church as everyone else.
Yeah.
And if you forget one, then what else are you gonna forget? Like the shepherd went for that one sheep out of the 100.